Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Casey with Seraphim, Siren, Tarot. And today's pick a card is going to be all about the person on your mind and the kind of shadowy version of what's going on within the connection, current thoughts, feelings, intentions, and what they might be hiding. So we just kind of dive in and see where spirit takes us. Pile 1, we have a blue Druzy. And that can also symbolize the throat chakra. We have the signs of Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, and Capricorn. So that could be significant, but doesn't have to be. Pile 2, we have green Druzy, and that symbolizes the heart chakra. We have the signs of Scorpio, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Gemini coming up for pile 2. Pile 3, we have this purple Druzy, which symbolizes the third eye chakra. They have the zodiac signs of Pisces, Cancer, Leo, and Aries. I'll give you a moment to meditate on your piles, and I will see you at your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Sending you guys so much love. Warm soul hugs. Bye. Hey, pile 1. If you chose this blue Druzy quartz, this is going to be your reading. Also, we have the signs of Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, and Capricorn. Those could be significant, but they don't have to be. Your card. Call for help. Reach out. Need for backup. Admit your needs. Green eyes could be significant. I'm already hearing a song come in. Girl Crush. She says, and I want her long blonde hair and her magic touch, because then maybe you'd want me just as much. So, the number 12, that is Pisces energy with the Hanged Man, with a new perspective. And we do have these violets here. I heard she's turning violet. We have 1 with a new beginning, and we have 2 with, 2 is, first of all, that High Priestess energy again with Pisces, which is like kind of maybe revealing some secrets. There could be some growth and a new perspective, because we do have this reducing the 3, which is growth and expansion. Maybe this has been no contact, and your person might have a new perspective on the call for help. They might be ready to admit that they do have a need, whatever it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. And 3 is also the Empress, and that's a beautiful energy. But it's like growing from the phone. I'm hearing, Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. When I dial my baby's number, get a beep every time. And we've got this throat chakra, right? So it feels like it really is something that, with the purple um, being that third eye energy, it's like intuitively you know, but there has not been a call yet. Could be um, they might still be too afraid. So let's see what we get from the oracle. Take a deep breath, think about your person. One. Okay. Calm storm. Look at that. Not phased by it, self controlled, not reacting to negativity. Oof. Okay, wow. All right. So we have left out in the cold, scarcity mindset, ready to give up, emotional, material loss. Manifestation. That's that magician energy with the number 1. Manifesting dreams, your power is activated, everything is flowing easily. Battle wounds. An ongoing battle, weary and guarded, hurt in past relationships. On the bottom, collector of hearts. Heartbreaker, many love interests, not ready to settle down. So that's some big deck energy right there, being at the bottom. The overall energy, it is. I'm hearing that song, Jar of Hearts. There could be children involved. But again, we have this blue showing up over the heart. And it feels like there's this picture that you can barely see of a tree, it looks like, in there, in that heart. And it's like it feels like roots that have already been planted and being connected by those roots. But also knowing that your heart wants to speak a different language, if that makes sense. Because you have the green and the purple, which with the Blue in the middle is like somebody fighting their heart versus their mind. And certainly not being able to talk about it. So you could be waiting for them to reach out, but they act like this is nothing that phases. Left you in the cold. You're now ready to give up. And this is an emotional loss for you because you really did try to manifest, but this person's still got a lot of skeletons in the closet there. And that's what they battle. It's an ongoing battle with their demons. And you look, there's a small little black cat there. I have a black cat named Ruby, and I lost my oldest not too long ago, Luna. And she was also a little black panther, so that could be significant. But it's like you see how the book is blue. It's like, and there's green eyes again. Um, but it's like you are friends with your demons. You know how to handle them at least a little bit better than your person does. And your person, for some of you, intends to stay controlled and calm, cold. You're just confused, but this isn't about your connection. If anything, it has triggered a lot of this growth and new perspectives. But it could be that your person is just not ready. They've been hurt too much in the past. This also looks like my lily. When I see this card, it's almost like the feeling of you and your soulmate having mirrored to each other, you having the same feelings, the same wounds. So they're both blind in one eye. That would be the mirror image. There's still these open wounds that are kind of sewn but not healed. They could still be holding on to the things that cut them to begin with. Let's see what comes out with the tarot. File one. Oof. Look at that. I meant what I said. You matter. This almost feels like this is the crown chakra. And it's like there could be like a telepathic bond or a dream connection. You might have been dreaming about this person a lot lately. They might be dreaming of you. But it feels like this is something tied to limiting self beliefs and change. Um, 5 is Hierophant energy, which is limiting self beliefs, different values, religious factors, commitment. So if your person has told you that they're not ready, trust that. If they're guarded, just trust that. It has nothing to do with your worth. And I think that is where this person wants to change. They might have said something that they wish they could take back, or that even though they said what they said, it doesn't mean you're less worthy, which of course it doesn't. But I feel like your person may be carrying that guilt or shame of feeling like they've lost you because they want to start a family with you. They want to have that 10 of Pentacles. But it's back and forth, right? So we have this cycle. 10 is a cycle. 5 is change, but 15, Capricorn energy with the devil, it feels like a vicious cycle of wanting and needing help or connection, but trying to act unfazed, calm, cold, collected. And you're left feeling like it's like you want to help them, but they're only looking at you through this mirror of being kind of blind and the fact that the hurt from their past relationships, they have not been able to let that go, and they could be connected by family, friends, job. One, you are right. You are so very special. You matter. You are right. You've got 21 coming out, which is the world. And that's the manifestation. That's endgame. It's actually mirror image of what we have up here, which is the number 12. And I think they might have gained this new perspective, this higher perspective. The blue is the message from spirit, but it's also, for me, a message about not being able to say what you need to say, which is that you are so very special. This, you are endgame. But, the world is not just endgame, it's a new beginning. Beyond, it's like a new chapter. And there's going to take a lot of trust and growth in order to expand in that direction. My Lily just, I don't know if you could hear that in the background. She's having a little nightmare. I mean, I don't know if it's a nightmare. It just sounds, it doesn't sound fun. Young baby. Sometimes I have to actually go wake her up. And that could be relevant, it could be your person doesn't actually believe that they are worthy or special enough or that they matter. I think you guys mirror each other's self-worth issues, your battle wounds. You might take care of them differently, but I think you've brought a whole lot of color into their world. And I think they have nightmares about losing you. About losing something that they've never felt with anyone else. This also, there's this cover by a gentleman named Frank. He's an older, if you just type in Frank on YouTube and you type cover and you type creep, you're so very special. He does this acoustic guitar version of it, and it's haunting. And every time I see this card, that's how I feel. That's how it comes through. What's on the bottom? This love scares me. Yeah. That's why they stay away. No, I was just about to say that strength and justice, 8 and 11, they actually, in some tarot decks, they switch. And I can't really think of one without thinking a little bit of the other. It's like, this is what gives them strength to power through this fear. but it's also like together, like, which this also reminds me of sun energy, but 19 is the sun and it's the happiest card in the deck. And I think you bring that light and it scares them because that's the Ace of Cups. It's they very much feel the love for you. Yes, they do. They feel like a kid again in love and lust and in the deepest depths of being scared and fearful and just all that. You make them feel all the things. Let's see what they would say or what they're thinking. These are in the shadows. Um, but baby, hey, goodness, now I'm getting a cramp in my stomach. Yeah, there's a lot of discomfort and fear, nightmares. But this is more of something that they would be thinking, right? But you would never know it, kind of, you know. But they feel, oh, look at that. I couldn't tell you face to face. So that could be significant for whatever it is that they meant. Or that, you know, even if it's an apology to tell you how much you matter to them. I am happy that it's over. So this could be the space that's between you, not having to feel. I know you're watching me, so you could be doing a little bit of cyber stalking, or vice versa. I want to tell you so much. You're so easy to see through. You're cocky as hell. I wondered how far this would go. So it's almost like that's their way of saying it's okay to walk away because you know maybe you walked away first and it very well could be that they're just going back and forth trying to figure out what this means for them. You did not break me. This could be something you feel guilty for or some kind of way about because you don't know if there's anything that you did. Um, the star, I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. No, I don't know how to say that. I want to say sugar light. Sugar light. I don't know, but it's beautiful. And that's that star energy of, you are a wish fulfilled. And I think they wish they could tell you that. And they don't want this to be over. Selenite. Magic. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. So, depending on your person and if they want to actually get through the fears, um, instead of walking away. On the bottom, we have Aztec Gold Greed. Wow. Our eyes are bigger than our stomachs, and that we have more curiosity than understanding. We grasp at everything but catch nothing except wind. That's what this feels like. Collector of Hearts. This love scares me. I think they grasp at anything to get away from the anxiety and the fear of not being good enough. Okay. This one actually fell off over here. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Larimar. So, I'm hearing you'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. I always feel like somebody's watching me. um. Okay. So we're gonna get some of these dark confessions. What would they say to pile one? I am seeing someone, but I'm not ready for you to know about them yet. Mm-hmm. Now, the someone could just be something karmic in nature. It doesn't have to actually be a person, but it probably is. Or multiple people, because jar of hearts over here. I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you. I'm happy that it's over. Couldn't face you. They're so easy to see through. It's too late. I moved on and do not wish to reconnect. So, you take that how it resonates, pile one. I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. That pretty much nails it, right? Get another one. The situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It is draining me. And that sounds closer to the truth of it all. Not that they're not doing their own thing, but the not being able to face you is because of the guilt and shame that they feel for sabotaging this. All that anxiety and overthinking That's what's draining. The fear. All right. This is the Shadow and Light deck. So the first message will be the shadow message, and then the following will be the light. So pile. Okay. So shadow. You may not always trust me because I don't always trust myself. That's what we were talking about over here with the trust issues. And you know, they may have been betrayed, but in their own way, they feel like they're betraying you, or you feel like they are. Light. I have gained wisdom from my mistakes. Shadow. Everyone is out to get me. Life is unfair. Light. I'm making a conscious effort not to hurt you. So that's something that, you know, they use again as this self-sabotage. That means they don't have to face you. They can just, say that they're trying not to hurt you, but they know that they're hurting you. So that doesn't mean anything, right? I'm hiding behind a mask. Yeah. On the bottom with the light message. I've got this. So let's finish up with a few of my spicy giggle messages. What would they say to you? Pile 1. Okay. I want to be the reason you can't wipe the grin off your face while I am wiping off mine. I need something to cheer me up. Send a picture of yourself to me. You choose of what. I am always dreaming of us. This is what we were talking about earlier. Even when I am awake, every thought leads to you. I have never been bare, but never naked. Or I have been bare, but never naked, like I am with you. You see every bit of me, every unlovable, ugly part I have hidden away for years, and you want the real me anyway. I was yours before we ever even touched each other. It's that soul bond. You cannot save me, you can only love me. That is absolutely the biggest takeaway. So, thank you so much for being here, Pile 1. I hope that you found something here to provide some kind of help or clarity. Boy, my throat chakra is trying to close up. I've actually been kind of sick, so that's why my voice is a little bit different, and I'm trying to make it a little shorter. But just thank you so much for being here, and if you want to stay, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers, and thank you to all of you who have helped to get me as far as, I think we're at 640. So thank you guys so much. We are getting there. But yeah, turn on the notifications. Tell me what resonated for you. If you're still here listening to me, leave me a seashell or a little sleeping emoji. Yeah. So, again, if you need anything at all, you can find that down below. And I'm sending you guys so much love, warm soul hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile two. If you chose this green Druzy quartz heart chakra crystal, this is going to be your reading. If you were interested in zodiac signs, we do have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Gemini. So the letter S could be significant. Ecstasy. Okay, number 2. Yielding, rapture, bliss. Number 27. So it does appear a bit shadowy, right? Already. There's all this transformation with these butterflies and they're glowing green. So it makes me feel like your person is okay. So 2 is High Priestess with Pisces energy, with kind of secrets, and feels like there's a dream connection or like a telepathic connection. My scalp is tingling. But it's like those are the secrets. The secrets are that you have grown in their heart, even in this darkness that they feel. And they might be finally bringing that forth because, well, 7 with Cancer energy is the Chariot. So it's like maybe they do want to actually spill some secrets. This is more of a shadowy reading, so we're going to look into the harder things. So let's get into it. Let's see. All right. Let's see what we have. Grab my cards here. So, feels like your connection's a little slow, a little awkward. Take a deep breath and think about your person. Pile 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's see what we started with. And the music stopped. So, yeah. And there it's back. So, it's already feels like a hot and cold give and take kind of thing. We have carelessness and temptation. We have a whatever attitude, negligence, inattentiveness, and not playing your cards right. And then that come out with temptation, seduction. weaknesses, tempting offers, and desires. And I feel like I'm also hearing Careless Whisper, George Michael, um, which I actually was listening to right before this reading. So that could be significant. Um, it feels like they have to act like they don't care, um, because yeah, you are way too tempting. You are like a weakness that they do not want to acknowledge. Hmm. Okay. Wow. All right. So three coming out. We have daydreaming, fantasizing, escapism, and wishful thinking. Oh, I'm hearing that song, Wishful Thinking. What's he say? I'll get over you. I know I will. I'll pretend. Tell myself I'm over you because I'm the king of wishful thinking. And that's exactly what is happening. They have been inattentive. They've neglected. They're certainly not playing their cards right. I think they have been super tempted to. Um, like almost like obsessive, like really feeling weak because they want and very much desire this ecstasy, this tempting offer that you've given them. 7 and 2 reduces to 9, which is hermit energy. So I feel like they've been kind of suffering in silence. Hmm. And I think you've basically you've played your hand. You've shown all your cards, but they just have been playing it like whatever. Meanwhile, they are fantasizing and escaping into these daydreams. Let's see what these two are. Okay. So coming out with the daydreaming card, we have solar eclipse and worth the fight. Unexpected major changes, cosmic intervention, powerful changes of the heart, which is exactly what I was saying over here. And that would have been during this time of transformation. Cosmic intervention. So we have worth the fight, not giving up easily, wanting to conquer, and fighting for your love. So this could be what they daydream about. Hmm. Could be what you daydream about as well. um, okay, hold on, because I've gotta get these squared up here. And then we'll see what the bottom card is. Time is running out. So for the bottom of the deck energy and the overall energy here, feeling the pressure, losing patience requires immediate attention. which we started with inattentive. And look, again, it's like, for me, it's kind of like a mirror image almost. You know, them and you. Wicked could be significant. I just keep hearing, although I'm hearing wicked good time in, well, in like a Boston, like a thick Boston accent. Wicked good. I don't know. I can't do it, but you know what I'm saying. Um, let's see, because I mean, let's get to the tarot. Let's get into the tarot. I'm absolutely in love with you. Yeah, no. That's a Six of Cups. That's soulmate energy, and here now I'm dropping everything. It feels like your person maybe is caught up on the sheer desire, um, is very unexpected. I'm feeling that awkward and slow feeling again. Pile two. Oh my goodness, there's a bent card. There's that 7 with that Cancer energy and the Chariot. I think we should slow down. I think they're starting to understand that it's not just a temptation. It's not just a want. It's a need. And they're not comfortable with needing anything. And they just do not have the energy to fight. And they're losing patience. Do you even care? This is feeling more and more like, so in a mirroring kind of way, always take what resonates and leave the rest, right? Because a lot of times with, you know, divine counterpart energy, the mirroring, it switches up, it flip-flops. So just always take what resonates. But do you even care? This looks like and also 9 and 7 and 7 9 is 16, right? So that's tower energy. And it's like the desire, it's leaving me a little bit tongue tied right now, but this feels like you wondering if they care. They're wondering if this is just lust. They're realizing that they can't stop thinking about it. They're seeing so many signs. And the heart, that's where we started with powerful transformation with this. And I said heart energy, heart chakra. I mean, it's, and she's green. And I feel like that's how, because you can see that it's red in here too, right? The red. Hmm. So I think red is root chakra. And if there's something wrong with the root chakra, that basically messes up the whole chakra, all of them. They're just like, no, we're not gonna work until you fix this. Um, so they might be really working on some of their stability and foundation, um, those kind of issues. I think this was all very fast. And I think now it's just been kind of a long time of not knowing if your person is giving up or if they even care. Are they even on the same page? Or are you the one that is basically weak, escaping? The one that's not giving up and trying to fight for this, but your person doesn't seem to be, because this is the higher self and this is also like spirit card, but I also see it as the throat chakra. um do you even care? And that's something that I feel like the throat chakra is, it's something that they want to know but they can't ask. um it's something, it, I feel like you both are wondering the same. I think there's a lot of mirroring here. It's kind of confusing, but there's that four of stability and foundation. So they do need some time to do what it is that they feel like, whatever that's karmically bound to them, to that keeps you from coming together. I heard it. Sorry, I'm sorry. But yeah, whatever that is, person, place, thing, it's, it could be themselves not wanting to admit that they even care, like to themselves. They might just be totally exhausted. I mean, this could be how they feel that you've lost patience with them, that you've already come to this conclusion. Let's see what else comes out. All right, well, there we go. You have, if I follow you, I could lose everything. But what I'm also seeing is 999. So that could be significant. Again, 9, 7, 16, tower. There's a lot of tower energy. There's a lot of transformation, dark night of the soul. Which is why your person needs more time. And time is running out. And it's really something that is making them feel more and more pressure. So they keep pushing it away. 5 is a number of change. It's also the Hierophant, and that's self-limiting beliefs. It's religious factors. It's different values. So this feels very much in that wheelhouse of there's something definitely keeping you two from, because this 9 nines are like almost completion, but they're some of the heaviest numbers, you know. This is the 9 of cups, and that's like a dream come true, a wish fulfillment. But you still see this, why do you need me? You're so beautiful. Why do you need me? It's an unworthiness, self-sabotage. 9 is also, with this here, it makes me feel like the 9 of swords, which is, you know, the anxiety, sleepless nights, because they really do think about this a lot, about why would you even care? They don't want to build everything up to lose it all again. I'm also hearing time from Pink Floyd on the bottom. I left because you told me to. Okay, so 17, star energy. And the star is also about a wish come true, healing, reconciling. Because somebody walked away. And 8, well, this is 8 of cups, but it's also the number of strength, Leo energy. Yeah, no, I hate that card. And that's exactly what we have here. It's like they'd rather be whatever. I can't handle this. Than to kind of let themselves believe that they could be that person that you see in them. It's very, there's 15 Capricorn energy. But it's definitely tied to self-worth, yeah. So okay, let's see. Let's get into some of the other things that we have here. See what else we can find. File 2. Oh my, okay. Well, okay. File 2. Can't wait to see what these cards are. My goodness. The Hope Diamond. Wrath. The best fighter is never angry. Worth fighting for. Citrine. Illusion. Everything you can imagine is real. This feels like you and your person. You feel like someone who has, all the daydreaming and the wishful thinking, and you like to think that everything you imagine can be real, and you're not sure if they care because they can't give you that hope. And they're also trying to be very careful not to show that you've given them hope. Let's see what this third one is. It stayed in the turquoise. Happiness. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. So, oh, there's another one. Oh my goodness. Mistake. Koh-i-Noor diamond. So we've got 2 diamonds here. And it feels like I just heard diamond in the rough. And it feels like you both are. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. So let's see what's on the bottom. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm going to say chrysoprase? Chrysoprase? I don't know. Perspective. That's what's important. And again, we have this green. The difference between hope and despair is a different way of telling stories from the same facts. That's hitting hard because it's really as simple as that, right? You can have such a different perspective about the same story. Yeah. But I mean, mistake and wrath, happiness and illusion, perspective. we're going to get some messages, and we're going to start with the In the Shadow Oracle cards. And these are messages that are, there's a different card in here that goes, well, I mean, I'm going to get these, so we're going to leave it here. I must have picked it up with it. But this is something that would be what is, when you think of that deep, dark corner of their mind, these are going to be those kind of thoughts. Not exactly what they wish they could say to you, but what actually comes to their mind. I wondered how far this would go. I'm getting like, how you start to feel before you burst into tears? I'm also getting a little bit of a chill. I wondered how far this would go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm not coming back. Everything just feels so like out of whack. Your body language says so much. I pretend you don't mean that much. I just heard, you'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. I don't really know you. That's the mistake. I'm waiting for an apology. Don't know what that one is about, but let's see what's on the bottom. I lied to you. Well, damn. So, it feels let me see this one. I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you. Up here on Worth the Fight. Okay. So it feels like what they lied to you about was their true feelings. And for some of you, it really can be that it's very difficult for me to even say it. This could very well be something that spirit is leading you away from. You might never get the closure that you deserve, but it doesn't matter how you think they feel, because they might feel that way. But if they knew what they were doing, just that don't I'm really trying to keep my emotions in check, um, which is unusual. So it feels like your person really doesn't want. It's like pulling teeth to try to um, get these messages out. You are beautiful and you deserve to be loved the way that you love. And no matter how you feel, if somebody isn't willing to fight for you, if they're showing you who they are, believe them. Even if you know intuitively that they're pretending to not feel. Their body language says everything. If they're running, let them run. Because anything that's meant for you, will you will have. And you could be missing the real happiness that this feels like a heartbreak in half. I It's like this reading just like zapped the shit out of all of my energy to even want to. It feels like you've given up. Let's see what other messages come out with these. Now, these are dark confessions of the soul. As you can see, they are going to be kind of blunt. And, again, you'll know if there's a message for you. Don't take messages that aren't meant for you. Um, it's like when you hear something, it'll feel like that's what your intuition was telling you all along. Trust that. Pile two. What would they wish they could say? Pile two. We are living two separate lives. Two. Did something? No? I swear something went over. Okay. I have many regrets that keep me from moving forward. And that's going back to that, again, chariot energy of slowing it down. I know that you may not feel for me as I feel for you. That is the fear. And just remember, you can't heal somebody, you can only love them. I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. I'm going to get some shadow and light messages. How this deck works is the first one will be the shadow, and then the next one will be the light. So your shadow message is, I am racked with guilt. And that is how this feels. It just feels like I have, and now I'm getting this like piercing in my left ear, just racked with guilt. Give me that. Okay, they can't wait to tell you this light message. I am breaking free from negative attachments. That's good. Shadow. Okay, so shadow. I feel insecure about our connection. Yeah. Light. I'm finally holding myself accountable for my own actions and choices. Shadow. I feel so overburdened and exhausted by our unresolved issues. And that's exactly how I feel right now. Jeez. Light, I often think of the first time we met, and I am grateful you came into my life. I like to get the bottoms, so let's get one more shadow. Pile 2. Can I get a shadow message? Okay. The pain in my heart is too much to bear. I love that you're a free spirit and social butterfly. Butterflies are significant. Here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get shadow. I want your hands all over my body and mine all over yours. You drive me wild. This, you know what? We're gonna leave it with this. I love that this was the bottom because this is the only card in this deck that I will look at, and I'm like, well, what's bad about either of those things? You've got your shadow. I want your hands all over my body and mine all over yours. You drive me wild. And then your light is a magical experience through tantric sex. That's what I want with you. Like, yeah. Like, let's do all the things. We don't need an extra one. that is both things. So, oh my goodness, now I've got something in my eye. Okay. One more thing we're going to do here is get you some spicy messages. Now that we're feeling a little better. Me, you, bed now. Okay. Let's play out that freaky fantasy that's always on your mind. All right, pile two. I'm feeling heated. Send me some sexy voice messages so I can listen to them alone for inspiration. I love you more than I hate everything else. On the bottom, I can spend my time however I want, but all I ever wanted and all I ever needed is you in my arms, my love. So that's actually a nod to Depeche Mode. Enjoy the silence. Um, or I'll get you some actual song cards. Let's see. Any songs for pile two? What it cost? Bad Omens. Okay. Gonna get mine. Hailstorm. It's a good one. Jaws. Wow. Sleep Token. I just got chills. Okay. Oh gosh, yes. This is so much what this reading is. The Apparition by Sleep Token. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed your reading, please like and subscribe. It really would mean a lot. I'm trying to get this channel to 1K, so we are, inching along here. And I thank every single one of you who are subscribing, and I am so grateful. If you're still here listening to me, leave me I was gonna say key, but I leave me a raven emoji. I've got this little raven with feathered. It's a feather in a jar. It's cute. I don't. Yeah. But it reminds me of, which could be significant, the song from Hailstorm, where she says, "'Cause I like it heavy," and she says, a feather from a I plucked a feather from a crow so I could fly when I was 13 years old. Um, I had my fist to the sky. Like, yeah, so I think um, you're going to get some messages, whether it's through your dreams, through your own intuition and discernment. And, the universe has its way of showing you what's meant for you, and what might really be something that is not in your best interest. Because well, the main thing is that you can't really do anything if there's no communication, right? Nothing's going to survive not being able to be authentic um, and verbal with your person. So, yeah, just say what you need to say and don't let somebody take away from how worthy you are and deserve the love that you give. So, yeah, it's heavy. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm sending you guys so much love, warm soul hugs. Um, talk to me down below. Um, I'm here for y'all. Okay. I love you guys. Bye. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 3:11 a.m.
Ooh. Hey, pile 3. So 311 could be significant. The band, the song, love song, or Amber could be significant. But if you chose this purple Druzy, quartz crystal, this is going to be a reading. We have the zodiac signs of Pisces, Cancer, I almost said Capricorn, Leo, and Aries. Significant, but they don't have to be. So we might be getting into something steamy because we have fire and water here. Oh, okay. Well, the past, a prison, bitterness, grudge, refusal to let go. And then we have, and this is the third eye chakra. And if you look, her eyes look like the same color. There's this wedding cake in the background that has spider webs all over it. Your person could still be heavily connected still to a past partner, or might be going through a divorce. Um, the past is a prison. I think they're still very bitter about some past trauma. Um, I think these are black widows. Hmm. Okay, let's get into what the oracles are going to say. Trigger warning. Pile 2 was heavy. So just, take a deep breath and I'm going to look into your person's shadows. Oops. Pile 3. What's going on with pile 3's person? The final dance. Last chance, all or nothing. Not playing games. So I'm getting all kinds of songs. Um, I'm hearing Last Chance for Love. I'm hearing I give my all, or my all, Mariah Carey, to have just one more night with you. I'm also hearing quit playing games with my heart. Um, and after all the stops and starts, we keep coming back to these two hearts. There's a lot of, you know, there's feels like there's been a lot of last chance energy here, right? You're like stuck with it, or they're stuck with it. 17 is this number of the star, and that is, a wish fulfillment or a commitment or a reconciliation. Your person could be refusing to let go of wanting to be back with an ex for some of you. And they've just been using you as kind of a placeholder. The 17 is bringing up, like we just had St. Patrick's Day. Um, there's lots of green here, but it's also just like, makes me feel like um, there could be some drinking, um, some kind of. I just heard liquid courage, but oh, great. The tea. Yeah, we're getting the tea right now, huh? Gossip, talking about you, and having a reputation. Now, the tea could be that they're worried about what people will think of you. Um, Blessed union, meant to be together, love that transforms, divine mission together. And the proud rebel, rule breaker, nonconformist, non traditional relationship. So, on the bottom, Miss Lazy Daisy. Yeah, that's big energy for bottom of the deck, being the overall energy. Lack of action, procrastination, reluctance to make an effort. And that really, and look, it looks just like the same dress, same hair, eyes closed, crying. There is a small tattoo, which could be significant if that shows up there. We've also got the Monet in the background, or the Van Gogh, sorry. Monet could be significant. Specifically, the lilies. Um, okay, so yeah, I'm seeing this in a few different ways, but none of them are really that great. Um, Basically, your person can't let go of the past. Even though you have given this, you know, I mean, it feels like you've pulled all the skeletons from your closet. Um, you feel like this love could transform and heal, that it's divine, but you're also maybe just very non traditional, or they could be. Um, but I see that they refuse to let go of the past, and you refuse to let go of the future that could have been. They are stuck in their ego, worrying about keeping, I just heard keeping up with the Joneses. I don't know, but like just keeping a certain mask, a certain face on to the skeletons that are still in their closet that they have not shared with you. Either way, you've been transformed. You've had a lesson, right? Um, don't let them be your prison, because if they wanted to, they would, is what I keep hearing. There's a reluctance to make an effort because they don't want to. What feels divine to you, they worry. They're really just, they're worried about themselves. And that's fine. They can do that, but don't let them keep you in this state of wishing and hoping and praying that they will come showing up with, you know, feeling like I'm feeling like very, like, look at all the faces here. They could be talking about you with their friends. They could be worried about your reputation. Hmm. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have with the tarot. Look, we have Ace of Cups. I love you. Do you even care? I don't know that they do. I don't know. And even if they did, how, like, these are just going everywhere, but like, I thought this might be steamy, but it seems like it's just like, it's like fire and ice. Pile 3. Because they're terrified. Look, I am coming, trust. We got 19 here, which is the sun, which is the happiest card in the tarot deck. 1 is a new beginning. This is also the Magician. But the 9 of Swords, they're very scared. Um, you know, 9 of Swords is sleepless nights, anxiety. And I think it's back and forth with wanting to come forward and then being, like they lay awake thinking about what they might say all night, on all night long. But when it comes to getting up and starting their day and getting through their day, then it just becomes no, there's no way. Cycle through that. Let me have you. Well, I mean, we have 16, which is tower energy. So I think the desire to be with you is strong, but it hasn't been strong enough yet because they just want space. And 13 is Scorpio energy with the death card, and that is transformation. So they could be going through a dark night of the soul. 9 is also kind of hermit energy, which could also point to dark night of the soul. 6 is, lover's energy with Gemini, and it's also a choice of the heart. And right now, they're not choosing your heart, they're choosing their space. Because they need 6 is unconditional love and healing. And you may have been just that, but they might not be able to understand how to receive that. This came out pile 2, and it's another 9. You are so beautiful. Why do you need me? They don't. 69, there's Cancer energy. 15 with the devil energy, Capricorn. It's on the bottom. I left because you told me to. This was on the bottom in pile 2. So that could be significant. You might have messages in pile 2. But look, 17 We started with 17. Okay, and this is the Eight of Cups, which is, walking away. So you may have it just feels like you keep wishing with this star energy, you keep wishing and wishing and wishing. And it might just be time to turn that into healing. Because walking away can be your strength. It's Leo energy. It's, the sun energy is also Leo energy. So that could be significant. Wait, exactly. So there's that 15 again, the devil energy with Capricorn. This is also Cancer with the chariot energy, the 7. I lie awake thinking about our future. Yeah, no. Okay. So I want you to know that you should never let anybody take away from your worth. They left because they were scared. If you left, it was because you started to understand that you weren't it just really feels like if you walked away, it's because they needed space. Um, and they were very much not attentive, or even they might not be very nice at all about. I mean, it really does feel cold. Ghost, ghosting. I think I think we should look into the messages. Let's see what's gonna go out of here. Never let someone else take away from your worth. I hope I will see you again sometime, but that's not something they're likely to even tell you. I hope you're happy for me, so there's a lot of hope here. um, I know you're watching me, and I'm happy that it's over. So, hope, happy. See what else we have. You can't come with me on the bottom. Yes, it's too late. I'm hearing Carol King. It's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. I'm also hearing far away, so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It'd be so fine to see your face at my door. Carol King be significant. Okay, sorry. Dark Confessions of the Soul. So these aren't going to be pretty. My mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. And that brings us back to this gossip card. I feel unbalanced and uneasy. I do not know what to do to fix it. I have karmic debts that need to be paid before I can come back to you. It's difficult for me to process my emotions. I am not available right now. On the bottom, I'm finally seeing my worth. Yes. Oh, it says I'm finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. And that is something that you can't change. You can't heal them. You can love them. You can have a safe space when and if they choose to take it or need it or want to put any value into it. But until then, just focus on yourself. And it's not the easiest to hear that, but you need to, take care of yourself. And that, let them heal, let them have their time. Because, like I said before, they've shown you exactly what you need to know that you're not on their list of priorities. And that doesn't sit right, right? So you need to just give all that emotion that you keep throwing into the fire, all that water that you're throwing into the fire, pour it back into your own cup. We're gonna get some of these divine yin yang oracle for lovers. So first card up will be shadows, and then light, and then so on. Shadow for pile 3. It was much easier to hide than face the truth. Hide behind that mask. Light. I have healed my broken heart. Shadow. It feels so cold in my heart when we are apart. Light. Okay. I have a clear direction of where things are heading. Shadow. It freaks me out that you can see into my soul. I feel naked. And light from the bottom. I want to reach out to talk. I want to reach out to you and talk. So be discerning and, you know, basically just match their energy. If there's anything that you can do, that's it. That's got to be it. You match their energy. Okay, let's see what I have. Some of these that I meant to pull. Pile 3. So we have Sunstone. I am not pretty. I am not beautiful. I am as radiant as the sun. So sun energy coming out again. Leo. Lapis lazuli. Open. The only way to find true happiness is to risk being completely cut open. Yeah. And that's something that only your person can decide whether or not they want to do that. Death. Obsidian. To the well organized mind, death is but the next great adventure. Rudra, oh my goodness. Rudraksha. That on the bottom of the deck we have Zen. Walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. Yeah. Hmm. All right. Well, it doesn't seem, I mean, the connection, it might feel, more, um, I'm trying to find the right words and I just can't. Proceed with caution is all I keep hearing. Let's get some of the fun cards. Um, it's my spicy giggle deck. Let's see what they would say. Good morning, beautiful. Spent all night thinking of you. My love language is showing you the parts of me that ache and trusting you not to dig your fingers in. Help. Hold me in your arms. I'm begging you, please don't leave, because every time you touch me, it's a sweet release. Pile 3. I want to drown in your beautiful eyes tonight. Oof, did you see? In the pursuit of pleasure, I want you to discover the depths of your own desires while I watch. Okay. Keep me alive. Keep me believing that now is the time to take it or leave it. Now are you going to dance on the line with me? This is a nod to the lyric. This is the lyrics of Sleep Token, Past Self. So that could be significant. I'm going to get you a few of these song cards. Oh my goodness. What do you want from me? Bad omens? Pile 3. Heart of Novocaine, Hailstorm. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Love, hate, heartbreak, hailstorm. So, yeah, between love, between hate, shake the silence before it's too late. And it haunts you. It's love, hate, heartbreak. Heart of Novocaine is heartbreaking. There's actually there's a story behind how Lizzie Hale wrote that song, basically in like 10 minutes. Um, and they were supposed to do a different track. They were supposed to be recording, and it was a big thing that, she was like, no, I really need to you know lay down this track. And she sang it, um, and on the first take there's this part towards the end. I believe it's at 3 minutes 33 seconds. And she says, nothing can hurt me like you did anymore. And her voice breaks. And she was embarrassed about that. She wanted to redo it. She didn't want her voice to break. And that's where everyone else was like, hell no. That was everything. And that is what I feel in this pile. So I'm sending you guys so much love and warm soul hugs. Missing limbs, sleep token. Buzz, hailstorm. That talks to um, that devil energy. I can't sleep. I can't think. I can't breathe without you touching me. Is it love or the drugs? You're a buzz, buzz, buzz. On the bottom, what sober couldn't say. I knew I was feeling like something with that. Um, so, yeah, addictions could be a problem. Um, okay, guys. So, I'm going to leave it here. Um, I'm sending you so much love, warm soul hugs, and um, if you want to continue to see, hopefully, some less heartbreaking readings, or if you're here for specifically the fact that I just, there's there are shadows parts to everything, right? No shadows, there can be no light. So, just try to be discerning and always follow your intuition and your heart, because no matter what, that's going to be what is always the right thing, right? So, I'm gonna leave it here. If you're still here listening to me, um, leave me. Hmm. Leave me a broken heart. Simple as that. Okay. So, please subscribe. Yeah, because I'm really trying to get this channel to 1K. And so thank you for everybody who is still here and who has subscribed. This was a heavy reading, and I'm really sending you guys so much love. Um, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's as beautiful as you. And don't ever forget that. All right? Sending you so much love. Okay, guys. Bye.